you ever applied for 50 or even 100 jobs abroad but never received a single response? No interviews, no feedback, simply rejection emails. Most people assume that the real reason is that they are not qualified enough, but no. The real reason is that in many cases the resumes get rejected even before a human sees it. Hi, I am Ankita and I moved to Ireland as an international student and currently I am working in banking industry. During my job search, I was getting rejected constantly. And while applying for so many jobs and helping so many students, I realized that there is a pattern of why the resumes get rejected. The first reason is the ATS rejection. ATS stands for Applicant Tracking System. Most of the companies use ATS system to filter out some resumes, and the system rejects resumes even before the recruiters opens them. So basically ATS scans the resumes for keywords, skills, experience from the job description, and if you don't have the correct keywords in your CV, the system will reject it. Sending the same CV to every job feels productive, but it increases your rejection. Just imagine I am applying 100 jobs in a day, but I am applying with the same CV, no editings at all, and I am receiving within a week 100 rejections. But just imagine if I am applying only 50 jobs a day, but for those 50 jobs I am tailoring my CV, it would increases my chances of acceptance. The ATS system assigns a score based on your CV, your experience, and how closely your CV matches the job description. If your score is below a certain threshold, your CV will be rejected automatically. Even if you pass that threshold, your CV will be compared with other candidates, and if you are at the lower ranking, it would be rejected again. So it is really necessary to understand how the ATS system works and how you can pass that threshold. Some of the common issues that I see while reviewing the CVs is that the structure is not clear, the resumes are scattered, and the work experience is vague. Many candidates actually have the right skills, but they don't explain it in their CV using the right keywords. ATS system looks for the right keywords in order to shortlist you. So you need to make sure that the keywords you are using are up to the mark. Tailoring your CV doesn't mean that you are lying. It just means that you are portraying your skills in a right way, and that way is the actual way which system understands. Now, we will quickly jump to the second rejection method, that is manual rejection, which is done by recruiters. Recruiters tend to spend only 6 to 10 seconds on your CV, and the things that they check are your experience, your skills, and whether your profile matches the job. If the resume is too long, poorly structured, and unclear, they usually tend to move on to the other candidates. So, what can be done to avoid this? Use a simple and a clear structure. Avoid using fancy things, graphics, or colors. Make sure that you are submitting your CV as a PDF. Word files usually causes formatting issues. Some other common reasons for rejection are being overqualified or underqualified, your work experience, your work authorization. Not all jobs are sponsored, so while applying you need to make sure that you have the correct work authorization, or if you don't have any and you are still applying, you should make sure that the company is ready to sponsor you. It is clearly mentioned in the job description. And also, if you have the work authorization, mention it on your CV on what stamp or what visa are you on. Applying for jobs abroad is just not about qualifications. It's about how you are presenting yourself in your CV. The rejections that you are getting doesn't mean you are incapable. It only means that your CV is not able to reflect your values and experience correctly. If you want me to review your CV one-on-one, you can book a call with me. The link is in the description below. If you have any questions about resume building or how to get a job abroad, you can comment in the section below or else book a call with me. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, especially if you are planning your study abroad journey. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.